Back to the scene where Aileen had fainted due to dragon heart rampage. After eating the honey jelly, her seizure stabilized. When she woke up, she was startled. Huh? What was that? Am I still alive? What about the dragon heart? There was a golden hue where her heart was placed. It's stable now. What happened here? Then she glanced towards the crystal ball. When she reached out to read the records, she got many notifications that stated, "You have consumed honey jelly. Tower Farmer Park Sejun has completed the quest," and so on. Reading the name Sejun, she was confused. Sejun? So I called for Sejun at the last moment. This is a bit embarrassing, though. How did he stabilize the dragon heart? Then she noticed that she had eaten honey jelly. Leveling up his beekeeping skill must have unlocked a new item for him to farm. Too bad I ate it when I was passed out, so I have no idea how it tastes. Well, it can enhance talent, which was the perfect item for my situation. Then she proudly straightened her posture and coughed. Ahem, Aileen Fritani. As the great black dragon, showing proper gratitude for someone who had helped me is what it means to be a dragon of the prestigious Fritani family. Therefore, I gotta reward him, shouldn't I? Aileen had a treasury as always. All the dragons love treasures. She started searching. Magic sword Apophis, gay bulg, holy sword Excalibur. She didn't like anything. There's nothing good enough to give him. Then she crossed her arms over her chest and started thinking, there must be an item that Sejun, a tower farmer, needs. Farming. What does one need while farming? While she was still thinking, her eyes landed on something, which was a massive dragon statue in front of her. Then her mind clicked and she grinned. Sejun will certainly like it. Now coming to Sejun's side, at the wooden hut, Sejun was sleeping like a pig along with Kueng, the black rabbit, and other rabbits. They were sleeping on the veranda of the house, even drooling in the sleep. When status dinged that the tower manager was thanking him for saving her life, Sejun woke up from the start. Aileen? Are you okay? Then she replied that her body had gotten better thanks to him. To which Sejun sighed. What a relief. Because of the quest in the status window, I found out why you especially like cherry tomatoes. Then he asked, my crops must have put a strain on your dragon heart. It was hard, wasn't it? Seeing that Sejun was blaming himself, Aileen replied through the status window that it was not because of him, because seizure had regularly occurred once every 10 years. By then, the seizure should have already occurred, but it was long past the expected time. It seemed that thanks to him, the dragon's heart had somewhat recovered now, delaying the seizure. Hearing all these things, Sejun was somewhat comforted. That puts my heart quite at ease if you put it that way. Here I was, thinking that I was the reason. Then he remembered that bag on his waist. Ah, Aileen, take more of this. The poison honeybees made some more earlier. Fortunately, it seems like the honey jellies that they made helped your dragon heart. But the system interrupted. The tower manager says she feels too shameless to be the one always on the receiving end. She would like to repay the debt of saving her life first. Seeing this, Sejun was puzzled. Huh? Repay the debt of saving your life? But then a new quest arrived that stated Sejun to shout out Aileen loudly to the sky. In return, the reward would be something really big and good. At this time, all of them, Kueng and rabbits, had woken up. Sejun wore his hat. Something really big and good? It might be dangerous, right? But Aileen hurried him to shout out first and suggested doing it in empty space outside the house because it might be dangerous. Sejun was a little bit scared. This is a bit scary, though. But Kueng assured him, Dad, you mustn't doubt Aileen Nuna. Then they gathered in the field, which was quite distant from the house. Then he took a deep breath and cleared his throat. Aileen! He shouted at the sky with all his strength. And then it echoed in the distance. Aileen! Aileen! Sejun was thinking, did that work? And then the system dinged. You have completed the quest. Sejun was startled because of the reward. Huh? A fountain commemorating Aileen's 100th birthday. Then the gigantic statue fell from the sky, which was just above his head. Seeing that statue, all his blood got drained and his face turned pale. He hurriedly ran off with Quang and the rabbits. If it was even a second left, they would have become a sauce under this massive dragon statue. The statue fell straight to the ground with a thump. They were really scared to the point they would piss off their pants. It was scary. What's with that gigantic statue? After that, something happened to the dragon's mouth, and it started pouring water from its mouth, to which now it looked like a massive fountain with a dragon statue. Seeing this, Sejun had black lines on his face. A fountain. It's truly such a big and nice reward. But Aileen suggested through the notification that this would help him cut down the time spent watering the crops now. Hearing this, Sejun was delighted. You're right. As the fields have expanded so much recently, there has been a limit to the rabbits' water cans. We don't have to go up and down the cave anymore. Thank you so much for being so considerate about me, Aileen. About the statue, the system stated that it was crafted by the Dwarf King and his underlings. It has water generation ability, and it was a grade S item. Sejun read it and asked Aileen, but why are the other skills censored? She replied that she had no idea as her grandfather never told her. Hearing this, he became even more confused. Then, how does it generate the water? Then Aileen elaborated, it has no limitation on usage as it is an installable item. And check the fountain status window as the control system should be a part of the reward as well. It's good to know that there's no limit on usage. Shall we set the control settings then? And then Sejun put his hands in the air. To his surprise, a joystick look-like thing appeared in the air. The system stated, Fountain Magic Controller. The power, direction, and distance of the water and even the movement of the statue itself can be controlled freely using the controller. Seeing this, Sejun was quite surprised. What's this? Isn't this a game controller? I can move the statue with this? Then he tried the buttons of the controller. As the system stated, water stopped coming out from the statue. Then he tried some more, and the statue moved just as Sejun had directed. This is awesome. It feels like playing with a game character. Seeing his dad was enjoying himself, Quang was excited. Dad! Are you the one moving it? Even the black rabbit chimed in. I'd like to give it a try too. Then Sejun tried some more functions and made the statue dance, to which the rabbits and Quang, all of them were dancing with the same posture along with the statue. They were happily dancing when the statue roared, scaring those little animals. In response, Quang slapped it hard. It was really tight. But the problem started now. The horn of the statue got broken, scaring Sejun. He was scared of Aileen knowing the truth. On the other side, Aileen was enjoying her drink when she noticed some unusual noise from the crystal. A danger alarm? Is something the matter? She asked. Seeing the status window, Sejun got more flustered. Aileen! Then he tried to cover up the dent bent he had applied to the horn joint. Nothing's wrong! Ha ha! The statue is so cool that we were taking a closer look. Even the rabbits and Quang got nervous. Ha ha ha, Aileen, aren't you hungry? Do you want something tasty? Sejun was really trying to divert the topic. Aileen didn't notice anything and replied yes, and happily took the bucket of food. It's a relief that Sejun likes it, she thought while chewing the food. On the other hand, Sejun escaped the disaster. It's a relief that she didn't catch on. Coming back to Theo's side on the 67th floor, the lizard men and the wolf groups were shorting out and cleaning up the dead red locusts. They were collecting the red locusts for food. Suddenly, Elka's son told his father, Father, I'll bring more red locust corpses. Elka happily complied and advised him not to go too far. But Mother Wolf got worried. Honey, you said experience is important, but is it all right to take the kids to such a dangerous place? Elka thought about it and then replied, My darling, I get what you're worried about, but it's safe now that they're being subdued because they keep trying to eat the tough-blade green onions. It's just that there are a lot of them. Due to their simple behavior of moving in groups, we've figured out their attack patterns and timing. And most importantly, the harvesting of the red locusts will only take place while the lizard men are replacing the wilted blades. So even if something happens, they will protect us. So don't worry too much, my wife. From the other side of the field, the wolf baby, while collecting red locust corpses, called his parents, "Dad! Mom!" He was still excitedly telling his parents, "There are many perfectly fine red locusts here," but didn't notice the storm brewing behind him. There was a huge locust group-like tornado moving toward the kid. Elka and his wife got scared seeing this. They were frightened. Even a second left, he would be engulfed by this tornado. But at that moment, a lizard man warrior came to his aid and sliced up all those red locusts, saving the kid, and then warned, "Everyone run! The red locusts are changing their attack patterns." The massive tornado of locusts was charging toward them and had engulfed the whole 67th floor.